Greetings everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Now within this video I'm going to demonstrate to you how I prepare a delicious home cooked meal, and that would have been brown stew chicken with cooked food. Now the cooked food would have been dumpling and yellow yam. Yes, you heard correctly, dumpling and yellow yam. Now guys, this demonstration is worth while watching. I don't want to miss this, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Greetings everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Now in the bowl here before me is approximately 3 pounds of chicken, right? Now my chicken were cleaned up and cut up small, you know what I mean? You see it? Alright, so it's cut up and clean up, you know what I mean? Or should I say clean up, then cut up, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is to add some of my blended jerk season. All right, so I'm going to add approximately 2 spoons. Let me just open this jar. I'm going to add around 2 spoons of my blended jerk season. So after adding the 2 spoons, I'm gonna go in now and add my seasonings, and these are scotch bonnet pepper, ginger, and garlic. And these are just a few seasonings I'm using for now, right? As I say, for now, just to season the meat, you know what I mean, and allow it to marinate. So those are the few seasonings I'm gonna be using, along with my Maggi season up all-purpose, right? And I also have my dash season here as well, and this one is saying a dash onion and herbs, all right, the seasoning blend. All right, so I'm going to open my season, which is my dry season, and I'm going to add some Maggi purpose season to the chicken here in the bowl. Now guys, you may be wondering how I do what I do. Well, I mean, it's in my genes, you know what I mean, for real. You see, even though my mother taught me, it was in my genes anyhow, you know what I mean? So I'm just adding the amount of Maggi purpose season as compared to the amount of meat that I have here in the bowl, all right? And as I said before, the Maggi purpose season and the dash season makes a perfect combination, the perfect combination whenever you're season any kind of meat, all right? Now I'm gonna go ahead now and add my dash season. All right, and that should be about it. Seal that up, put that aside. All right, so I'm gonna go in now with my hand and ensure that the chicken is properly seasoned, right? Now guys, if you notice, I'm using a big bowl, right? Because I said before, when I use a big bowl, you have a better way of controlling the chicken when you season the chicken right in the bowl, especially if it's say you season a big chicken, right? You want to make sure that it's a big bowl. So the big bowl can hold the chicken inside of it. So you don't have to be like trying to season the chicken because the bowl is small. When you have a big bowl, it's much better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you notice how I hold my bowl with my left hand, I use my right hand to season the chicken. I can hold it and curl it. I can do whatever, you know what I mean? And nothing will come out of the bowl because the bowl is a big bowl I'm using. So after we're going to all the season together with the meat, what I'm going to do is to check the season level, and I'll know if it's seasoned to my suit. If not, then I'll just add some more at the mag and pepper season to it. Because listen, I'm telling you guys, you see, for me, I rather know that the chicken is not too salty than to be salty. So what I'm saying is that when I add the season to it, and if I season the chicken, and if I realize that when I taste it, it needs a little bit more, then I can just add some more, but I won't add too much at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I don't want to over season it, right? And then it's gonna throw you off. So it's best when I keep it on a level. Best when I keep it on a level. I'm just ensuring that everything is fully blended, the chicken along with the season. So I'm not just throwing in the guys, I'm using my hands to work it, you know, make sure so the chicken is really seasoned properly, you know what I mean? That's how I'm gonna taste it now. Alright, it tastes okay. Alright, now you see, just based on the taste quality now, I'm just gonna seal it up, you know what I mean, and just rest it on the fridge, because tomorrow will be the day I'm gonna cook it, you know what I mean? Really can taste the spice, you know, the pepper and the garlic. Yeah man, for real man, you can taste those two garlic, them seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to now cover and place it on the fridge. Allow it to marinate for the next day. Alright guys, so stay tuned. Greetings everyone, and I've just taken the chicken from out the fridge, right? So as I said before, chicken seasoned and allowed to marinate for 1 day, alright? So see there, chicken well seasoned and thing, yeah? So I'm just going to allow it to sit for a few minutes and allow it to come down to room temperature, right? Because while the chicken is cold, you can't put it on the fire, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to allow it to come to room temperature, and then I'll just cook it, right? And yes, I'm just going to put this aside, and then I'm going to begin the process of getting the container and get some flour. So stay tuned. Right, so here's my container, right? So I'm going to now put approximately 3 scoops of flour in the container. Okay, so that's 3 scoops. And with that, I'm gonna add some cornmeal. But let me just seal the container. And put it away. Now I'm going to add approximately 1 scoop of cornmeal. That's 1 scoop. Or maybe just a little bit more. Alright. When doing so, I'm going to now use the same scoop here and just give it a stir. Right? So I'm going to make sure that the flour and cornmeal are combined. Alright? You know, back in the days, you know, when you go to the corner shop or certain shop, you know what I mean, you could get mixed flour. So when you say mixed flour, we're talking about the mere fact where you may have like the shopkeeper or the wholesale keeper, they will have like a pound of flour with cornmeal together. So with the cornmeal and the flour combined to 1 pound, right? So it's called mixed flour. Mixed flour. So the cornmeal is on top, and the flour is in the middle. And yes, in the middle. All right. So that's just how we used to, you know, get it at the corner shop back in the days. But it's no longer like that, you know what I mean? You know, things and time change, and people just decide not to do it so anymore. All right, so I'm gonna reach over and get some water to knead the flour. All right, so let's stay tuned. All right, so what happened now is that we get out the middle already, so I'm just gonna pour the water inside like so, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to use my hand and just stir, you know what I mean? Now bear in mind, like I said before, guys, when you're kneading your flour, right, you want to make sure that you use a little bit of water. Then you mix, you know what I mean? You don't want to exceed it by pouring too much water inside the container. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you keep a track of what you're doing, or else you may just spoil the mixture, right? So the water in the pot is now coming to a boil, so I'm gonna pour 1 teaspoon of salt inside the pot. Now, if you watch how I knead my flour, right? I don't add salt to it, right? I do not put salt within the flour and it's salt in the pot. That would have been too much salt to consume, you know what I mean? So what I now want to do is just to add the salt within the pot only, you know what I mean? All right, so here's the finished dough, as you can see. So what I like to normally do is I'm gonna show you, I like to do like this, you know, with the dough, right? Just like to get it done. So I'm gonna stretch it, yeah? And then we just break it into nice size piece. You know, some nice size, yeah. Break it into some nice size. Now, the flame is turned down, right? Because it has now come to a boil. So the thing is that I have to make sure that we turn on the flame just to keep a monitor on the boiling of the water. Now it's not electric stove, it's a gas and electric stove, right? It's like a hybrid. Yes, the stove is like an hybrid, all right? So there you have it. So I'm breaking them apart. So normally what I normally do is to leave them like so, you know what I mean? Then I'll just pat them, all right? So there you have it, into the pot. Now the thing about it is that you see, if when I am kneading it, I'm making the dumplings and I realize it cannot feel a little bit too big, what I'll do is just to pinch a piece off of it. All right, just pinch a piece off. Yeah. Now the piece that I pinch off, I can put it on this piece here and make it up. Okay, you can know exactly what I'm telling you can actually know the size dumpling that you want to make, right? As I said before, once you put the piece of dough in the middle of your palm and ready to make your dumpling, you can tell if it's too small or big, you know what I mean? And then you can just readjust it, all right? So this one is kind of big, so I'm gonna readjust this one. But just so the thing set, you know what I mean? Rice I'm almost complete. All right. So the thing about it is that you have to just make sure that you, when you need a dumpling, that's different. But when you're making, when you need a flour, it's different. But when you're making a dumpling, it's really different. You have to ensure that it's properly dealt with. You know what I mean? All right, so see them there. See it? All right, now this I'm gonna pinch piece off of this now. Add it to it. Let's see, put one piece more. Alright, so this is the final one. I do have a piece of dough right here, so I'm just gonna do it like so, and just add it to the pot. Alright, so I'm gonna reach with my wooden spoon and just give it a stir. Give the pot a stir, okay? You don't want the dumplings to be sticking to the bottom of the pot, right? So just give the pot a stir, yeah? Alright, like so. Alright, so I'm gonna get the yam from the fridge and I'm gonna kick it. Just take. Alright, so see there. And I set in this, so if you have some dumpling and yam in the pot, dumpling and yam, right? Now there's no banana. Apparently, I never get no banana, so my first second don't have. So basically I'm just using what I have. I have yam and some dumplings in the pot, alright? Now apparently the last banana that I didn't have, they eventually use up it. But I thought I could have gotten some bananas, but when I query, I'm getting some bananas, they were not ready. Because they don't have banana on the tree, right? But the man says that they're not ready, so there's no chance of me cutting those to use. You know what I mean? So, but that's the work you don't have. You understand? Alright, so while the food I go and bubble, I'm going to get busy with the meat, so just stay tuned. Right, so after putting the meat in the pot, I'm just going to just make sure it's balanced within the pot, right? After it's balanced, then I'm going to cover the pot and allow it to spring it on water, right? And I'll show you what it looks like. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'll show you what it really looks like. So I'm gonna cover it, allow it to go and cook. You know what I mean? And spring it on water before I go ahead and put any water on it, right? Because normally we like to give it time to spring it on water, then we add water to it, right? So just stay tuned. Alright, so see the guys, as I said before, I just allow the chicken to spring its own water, right? So I'm going to give it a good stir, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to pour in some water now, right? Now the water I'm pouring here, I they put some soy sauce into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, say that's what the thing said. You know what I mean? So I allow it to go and cook. You know what I mean? And when it reaches to the point where you know when the chicken is properly cooked, then I'm gonna go ahead and add my season to it, right? Yeah, you don't want to put the seasoning in right now because guess what? If you put the seasoning in, it's gonna cook out, right? So you don't want the season cook out, right? You don't want the season to cook out. So what you do is when the meat is cooked or partially cooked, that's when you're gonna add the season to it, right? So I'm gonna allow it to come back to a boil, right? And let it continue to cook same way, you know what I mean, until it's complete. So stay tuned. Alright, so the food is almost complete, as you can see. The water is not boiled down because the water is actually up here and the water is boiled down, right? Now I'm gonna give it at least around 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna turn the flame off. Now the meat is actually cooking and it'll go on the bag of things, you know what I mean? So within a few more minutes, I'm going to add the season to it, right? Yeah, man, it'll go on good, man, for real. You can smell the aroma to you, guys. It smells so delicious. You can smell it. Oh my God, the essence is really kicking. Only if Sandra could smell what I'm smelling. All right, guys, so I'm going to attend to the meat, all right? So stay tuned. All right, so as you can see, guys, not tell us, you know. Yeah, tell us, guys, you want to smell the aroma that is coming from the pot. Brown stew chicken are going in a bag of things. See it there. You know what I mean? Brown stew chicken. Guys, I'm telling you, say, you know, normal. Trust me, you know, normal. So if you can't smell what I want. Now I'm going to give it at least 5 more minutes to go and cook down some more and then I'll add the season to it. Alright, so let's stay tuned. You see me? You'll see what I go on in the kitchen. Alright, so I'm going to add the season now to the chicken in the pot, right? So there's some thyme, there's some sweet pepper, there's scallion, we have onion, and we have scotch bonnet pepper. See? The sweet pepper and the season after cutting board into the pot. Like so. Then I'm going to ensure that they are all mixed within the pot here. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to have too much season in one area. You have to make sure they're mixed, right? And submerged. Now when I say submerged, most of you probably don't understand what I mean. Submerged doesn't mean not to have them floating on top, right? All right. Alright, so I'm going to cover the pot now and allow it to continue to cook. Right, and then I'll go ahead and add some ketchup in the next few more minutes, so just stay tuned, you know what I mean? So I'll go in the kitchen, you feel me? Yeah, man, some brown stew chicken with the cooked food, which is just some yam and dumpling, no banana, cause the banana on the tree is not ready. I thought it was ready. I could have cut a hand off, but it was not ready, so guess what? I feel just do that the banana, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel just work with the yam and dumpling with some brown stew chicken. That's why I go sis Elsie. Yeah man, for real man, cause sisters will tell you exactly things set, you know what I mean? For real. Yeah man, that's how the things set. Yeah? And Sandra note, you know. Yo, I say yo Sandra, I the one Sandra British. You know what I mean? Sandra British and the one named Sandra Thompson, because we have more than one Sandra, and so I have to be careful of what I say. I don't want to get tongue-tied when I call these names, and they're my channel members. So Sandra British, Sandra Thompson, and Mary Everbless, and Mary Michaels, you know what I mean? And this is also what you do. And my sister, Rosie Jim, bless upon herself. And those are my channel members, you know what I mean? Love and blessings to the same way, you know what I mean? I don't know, yeah man, but I don't know the fella still. I have to say thanks to each and every one of you for coming out and supporting me while I prepare my delicious home cooked meal, you know what I mean? Because you don't know things said, you know what I mean? Me alone couldn't do it, you know what I mean? So, I tell us, yo, I just love and support, you know what I mean? See me right across the board. So, just want to say love and blessings to my channel members, my supporters, my new supporters, you know what I mean? Yeah, we have some man, a straight positive energy, you know. For real, man. So just go on hold tight, same way, you know what I mean? And do the good. Yeah, man, for real, man, do the good, same way, you see me? All right, bless up, bless up. All right, so there it is, guys. I'm going to say, you can smell the aroma. It smells so good. So I'm going to go in now with some ketchup, right? Now, just a minute, let me give it a good shake before I pour it in. Then I'm going now with some ketchup. Now you know, some like to have the sweetness to it, you know what I mean? So the sweetness is the ketchup, right? Alright, so that's about it. Alright. Now after adding the ketchup, what I'm gonna do is to put the lid on, and then I'm gonna give it a stir. But hold on just a minute, the handles are kind of hot, so I'm going to use a cloth to hold it and give it a stir. You know what I mean? So I'll have to use a spoon anymore. I'm just holding the pot by the handles and just give it a stir. That's the thing, setting guys. You know, sometimes you don't wanna go in and use a spoon to break up the meat. So what you do, you just use the tablecloth, or if your handles are not hot, you can just go ahead and just give it a good stir and just ensure, say, you know, it's properly stirred and not stir with the spoon to break up the meat. Because sometimes you put the spoon inside it and stir it around, you can break apart the meat. So you don't want to do that, right? So you just hold the handles and just give it a good stir. Alright, so just stay tuned. I'm going to give this at least 5 more minutes and then I'm going to turn the flame off. Now the food is already complete. The flame is turned off. So it's just the meat I'm waiting on now. And then I'm going to have myself a nice home cooked meal. You know what I mean? You don't know what things said, yeah? In the kitchen, me there, you know. You saw me, I say, yeah, man, for real, man. So just go and stay tuned. You see me? You will see the finished result. Alright, guys, so check the level, see it there now. Brown stew chicken ready. And it's prepared with some caramel dumplings and yellow yam. Can't wait to dive into it. It's calling my name. Oh, guys, I'm gonna enjoy my meal. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy my meal, guys, and have some juice on the side. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I put some ice in it.
No man, the drink's cold enough. No ice in it. Alright, so normally this is how I normally cook my dumplings. I normally put just the fork and just cut it like so, you know what I mean? Some real nice caramel dumpling, guys. And brown stew chicken. That's right. Jolly. What's that called? It's a nice. All right, so so when I go out, fine dining, they use knife and fork, right? But when at home, it's quite easy. You just take the fork, tuck in the dumpling, then I cut. See? Easy. Then spin around, then I cut again. You see me? So that's how we do it. Now I don't use spoon to eat my food. I use a fork. I use spoon to drink porridge. I don't use spoon to eat. I don't. Well, some people like to use a spoon because it's like a shovel. You know what I mean? But well, that is my fork, I'm gonna tell you guys, the brown stew chicken tastes so nice too, My daughter made a comment earlier on the same chicken here. Trust me. She made a comment, and the comment she made, I was surprised about it. I was really surprised. I was like, really? But I won't say what she said. But her response was after cheering, you know what I mean? So I'm basically saying that she gave me a top marks on the cooking. Now she's gonna compare me with somebody else. So when she made a comment, I had to pat myself on the shoulder. You know what I mean? For real. Want some? Want some? Would you rather try MTC dumpling? Would you rather try the dumpling? Alright. Cut the yam. Quite easy. I just make a dumpling before with the fork. That's what I do with the when it comes to the yam, see what I mean? As my sister Gay said, Gay Blake, she said she can't eat and drink. She likes to eat first, then drink after. Well, for me, I will eat and drink. Why? Because when I'm eating, right? Not even no fasting, but when I'm eating, right, I want to take a sip of the drink, so that means that the drink can eventually wash down the food that I'm swallowing, right? That's the thing. That's why I like to take a sip of the drink. Not every minute, but Mm-hmm. So with that sip of the drink makes it your food down faster. Mm-hmm. The shape was Chelsea. Guys, making the chicken taste so good. Probably season 3 now. Season 2 the bone, me I tell you. Mm-hmm. Pepper is seasoned to the bone, me I tell you. Mm-hmm. 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 They say the food eat good, the food eat good. That's what I say. When the food eat good, food eat good. No, guys, when I look and see that my daughter finished eating, no, guys, it make me shame me, you know why? Because knowing she don't eat more than 2 dumplings, right? So it could be a case where there have been 2 dumplings and 3 finger banana, or 2 dumplings and piece of yam. But guys, I gave her 3 dumplings and piece of yam and she lick off everything. Yeah, man, for real. Whenever I cook, dumplings are so she like that. Give her 2 dumplings. But this time around, I give her 3 and she lick off it clean. That's what I say. I don't know, maybe she kind of extra hungry. Could be. Extra hungry? You're extra hungry.
Yeah.
Eat everything. One thing now.
Okay.
All right, the meal is almost complete. There you have it, guys. I'm now complete. The meal was delicious. Trust me. Another epic, delicious home cooked meal. Those two chicken with cooked food. All right, and that's a wrap.